2023 gave us 4 new episodes of Doctor Who, all special episodes, 3 60th anniversary specials and 1 Christmas special introducing properly a brand new Doctor. So, well, now that's all over, I suppose I better rank them, hadn't I? Hello, I'm Phil, welcome to my channel where I like to talk about all the geeky pop culture that I like and consume, things like the MCU, things like Red Dwarf and things like Doctor Who. So if you like any of that stuff, do hit that subscribe button down below. Now we are ranking the 2023 specials this video, and like I said, shouldn't take too long. There's only 4 of them. So should we just crack on? This is just my opinion. It's very important to say that. Any ranking is purely subjective. How good a TV show, how good do you think a TV show is, that's always completely subjective. So, you know, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Let me know what your order of these, your ranking of these is in the comments down below. And hey, stick around to the end of the video and you can see my 8-year-old daughter's opinion on which order they should go in as well. Before I start, I do want to say I actually enjoyed all 4 of these episodes. When I say this is a worst to best ranking, the worst isn't really that bad. I mean, like, it's not bad. I liked all of the episodes. So, in many ways, this is a hard decision to make because I'm kind of looking for, well, what did I like more than the others rather than what didn't I like? Although there are a few things here and there in the episodes that I wasn't massively keen on, but they're small bits. On the whole, every episode I enjoyed watching. So with that said, number 4 goes to the Star Beast. I mean, it was a great reintroduction of Donna and David Tennant as the Doctor as well, playing the 14th Doctor this time, not the 10th. Great reintroduction for both of them. A really interesting adaptation of a comic book story, and I think one that did it really well. And the story from that comic book, while obviously they made changes, the changes they did make I think worked really well with the story they wanted to tell with the Doctor and Donna, and they made the themes of that story work really well with that story they wanted to tell. The themes of the comic book story work really well with the themes and the story they wanted to tell with the Doctor and Donna. I also really liked where they'd moved Donna's life onto with Rose and her family life. Rose was a great character to introduce. I think in that first half of the episode, she showed there were some really interesting things about her, and her storyline was interesting. Unfortunately, towards the latter half of the episode, she kind of got forgotten, and kind of like, we know she's coming back in season 1 of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who, so I'm hoping we get to see a bit more of her character explored, because it was kind of just left, kind of they set her up nicely and then she kind of dropped out the story until right near the end. And when she did come back, it was kind of as a I don't know if I ever pronounced this right, Deus Ex Machina, is that right? To just solve the Dr. Donna meta crisis situation, which I didn't mind the bit where it was because Donna had had a child that half of the meta crisis stuff got passed down, and therefore that's how she was able to survive. That kind of made sense, but Rose was effectively just brought back into the story just to do that, and then to do the letting it go bit, which I was less keen on. I think this is probably the biggest gripe I have with this episode, is that they just let the meta crisis go. Why didn't Donna do that in series 4 if that was possible? Now, it weighs on me less than it did when I first watched it, but it's still there as a niggling issue with this episode, and one of the main reasons why it is last in this ranking. At number 3, I've got The Church on Ruby Road. This was a great proper introduction to a new Doctor. Obviously, he'd been introduced at the end of the previous episode, but this was like the proper introduction of him fully formed. We got the new companion as well, and we got to see him through her eyes, and the meeting of him through her eyes in a similar way that we got to Rose. I was apprehensive about the song beforehand. You can see my reaction to when they first released the song ahead of the episode. I was apprehensive, to say the least, about that song, mainly due to the lyrics and things that I wasn't sure how it would work, but it grew on me in the time between listening to it first and then getting to the episode, and by the time I watched it in the episode, it was actually a really fun musical number. And you know what, I'm here for more of that type of stuff in Doctor Who. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm up for a whole musical episode. Would be fantastic. Ruby was set up and established well in this episode as well, I thought, and some interesting mysteries, maybe too many, and see this video that I made on that. Maybe too many mysteries, but some interesting mysteries set up for the next season as well. I thought the tone fitted with Christmas. The only niggling thing I have with this episode is that maybe there wasn't enough of the goblins themselves. We had that great scene up on the ship, and then we kind of didn't see them again, really, the actual goblins. There felt like there should have been another confrontation there. We had the way they were seen off at the end without actually seeing any of them, really. There wasn't, you know, he just pulled the ship down onto the spire. It felt like there could have been something else there, maybe. Yeah, I think there could have been more with the goblins. Obviously, time constraints, they had a lot to fit in. But the episode felt a little lacking towards the end because of that. At number 2, I've got the Giggle. Overall, a fantastic episode. Really enjoyed all of the Toymaker stuff. It was very surreal in parts. I love a surreal. I like David Lynch films, so the kind of trippy world inside the Toy Master's lair in his toy shop kind of felt very Black Lodge to me from Twin Peaks in a way, and I really liked that. It was very, very surreal. Neil Patrick Harris was amazing. Loved his dance routine to the Spice Girls, and I thought the Doctor and Donna had some really powerful scenes in this together as well. The bi-generation, which is the controversial bit. I don't mind the concept of bi-regeneration, that's fine, or bi-generation, that is fine. How the implications of specifically the 14th Doctor still being around on Earth, I have questions about. I'm willing to see where that goes, but that's my niggle on this one, possibly. So that leaves, in first place, Wild Blue Yonder. The least special of the specials. Both the Star Beast and the Giggle kind of feel like they're celebrating the show's past in a way. This one, as part of the 60th, and this one doesn't. This one just kind of feels like it could be a regular episode, but it is a fantastic regular episode. One of the best regular episodes we have had. One of the best episodes of Doctor Who we've had for like 5 years. It was absolutely fantastic and I loved it. There was great character stuff with the Doctor and Donna. The acting was superb. Both Catherine Tate and David Tennant got to do these brilliant performances, not only as their characters, but also as the Not Things versions of themselves as well, which was just so good. And the way they switched and turned, both of them absolutely fantastic in all of the roles they played in that episode. The visuals were also really good and really stunning, really weird and surreal, and it was this episode with this sort of great tone about it and this feeling about it that I really enjoyed and thought creatively it was the most interesting episode for years, and definitely the most interesting episode out of these 4. And so there you go, that is my ranking of those specials. Now, here's the order my daughter put them in.
The order I would put them in is, in 4th place, The Giggle, in 3rd place, Wild Blue Yonder, in 2nd place, The Star Beast, and in 1st place, Church on Ruby Road, as I really liked that one and it was the Christmas special.
And if you want to see any of mine and my daughter Paige's reactions to those episodes, then check out the playlist right here, because that has all of these episodes reviewed on them. Thank you for watching. Do click below, click subscribe and all that jazz for more episodes and more Doctor Who stuff from me. In the meantime, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.